I'm meteorologist Kaitlyn McGrath, and we've issued a weather impact alert for a round of light snow Friday. It is not going to amount to much, but timing is everything, and timing is not working in our favor with this little storm system on Friday. So the alert will start at 3 a.m. when those flakes really start to pick up, especially in our southwestern counties, and goes until 3 p.m. though most of us are clear by noon. We might be able to peel back that alert duration a little bit later on today, so be sure to check back in with Topper. And again, we're not talking about a massive snowstorm, light snow and flurries, but every flake that falls will stick because temperatures are going to be very cold. We'll be in the 20s tomorrow morning, so roads will quickly become slick right during the morning commute. You need to make sure you have extra time. There will likely be some school impacts as well, and you'll need the heavy snow gear, or heavy jackets rather, as well, because temperatures, again, really cold. This is 11 o'clock tonight. If you're tuning in late with Topper, he might even have the leading edge of this weak little system down near Stanton and Charlottesville. But it's really overnight when light snow will start to develop across the region. And this primarily is going to be an event for areas along and south of D.C. Closer to the Mason-Dixon line, you don't wind up with much, if anything. But by 3 a.m., we've got light snow falling in Luray, Front Royal, down into Culpeper and Fredericksburg. Southern Maryland starts to fill in throughout the morning. So this is 6 a.m. Some flakes flying around the Beltway, back into Loudoun County, Montgomery County, but some steadier snow showers off to our south. That's where we'll ultimately end up with some higher snowfall totals, although still very minor. And then this is 9 a.m. on Friday. We're left with just a few isolated snow showers by late morning, and by noon, the last of the flakes are out of here. We'll stay overcast and really chilly through Friday afternoon, but your Friday evening plans are safe. The last of the snow is out of here by lunchtime for many areas. So most of the region is looking at around a dusting, maybe an inch, especially as you get closer to portions of Waldorf, down near Culpeper, Orange, but farther north, you really don't see anything at all. Quite the opposite of what we're typically talking about when it comes to snow events around here. But down into St. Mary's County, Southern Calvert, Charles County, Westmoreland County, Fredericksburg, that's where you could see 1 to maybe 2 inches. And right now, even 2 inches seems like the higher end of things. Now, if the storm were to wiggle a little farther to the north, we could see more areas walking away closer to an inch, maybe 1.5 inches or 2. But if it wiggles to the south, it'd be more of a dusting for just about everyone. Now, right now, we do have winter weather advisories in effect down near Fredericksburg, parts of Spotsylvania, Westmoreland County, until 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon for that 1 to 2 inches of snow and really slick road conditions. Would not be entirely surprised, though, if the National Weather Service does pull these a little farther to the north to at least include parts of southern Maryland, where I also do think we'll make a run at an inch of snow when all is said and done. So all the more reason to get outside today, soak in the little bit of sunshine that we do have, blending with clouds throughout the afternoon. Temperatures still on the chilly side, but this still feels nice compared to what's in store for tomorrow. We've got the low 40s for the next several hours that really feel like the 30s once you factor in the wind. And then overnight, those temperatures will start to crash by Friday morning. Everyone wakes up in the 20s, so plenty of cold air to support this snow as it develops overnight. We'll be right around 28 degrees in D.C., mid to upper 20s down through southern Maryland, but low 20s in Frederick, down through Leesburg and Front Royal, 24 degrees in Manassas. So throughout the day tomorrow, again, some flakes early in the morning, but most of your Friday forecast is just going to be overcast and cold. Temperatures will stay right around the freezing mark as we head throughout the afternoon. Now into the weekend, temperatures a little bit warmer technically than Friday, though still below average. We should be in the low 50s for the start of December. We'll stay in the low 40s on Saturday with a little bit more sunshine. Clouds start to thicken up a bit more on Sunday, but temperatures will be a few degrees milder in the mid to upper 40s. Now another winter chill arrives for early next week with temperatures in the upper 30s and low 40s Monday into Tuesday. Another storm system is going to try and pass by as well, but right now it looks like a miss for us, so keeping us dry into early next week with temperatures a little closer to average by Wednesday, but then going right back down toward the following weekend with temperatures in the mid to upper 30s. So our 7-day forecast has a weather impact alert at least for Friday morning. I think we'll be able to cancel it for the afternoon here once we get a little bit more high resolution data. And the weekend looking nice by December standards. Yes, it's going to be chilly, but at least it will be dry. And then as we head into next week, we bring that chill back in for Monday, and with some big time wind, going to feel much cooler than that. So by the time we get to Wednesday and temperatures near 50, that's going to feel like a heat wave.
Certainly a winter weather pattern setting up across much of the U.S. We have snow in the west, snow around the Great Lakes, heavy rain moving to the east, and freezing cold temperatures in the Midwest. Look at these temperatures from Minnesota to Iowa, not getting out of the teens today. Michigan, you'll be in the 20s, as well as much of Missouri, St. Louis, that includes you. We've got the 30s and 40s heading into New England, 30s, 40s, and 50s across the deep south. 37 for you here in Denver, and then 40s, 50s, and 60s as we head into the west. Some messy weather coming into the Pacific Northwest. That's going to bring some rain and snow in the higher elevations there in the Cascades. Also looking at that rain moving across New Orleans into Alabama. Eventually Atlanta gets some of that rain, and once that meets up with some cooler air heading into the Appalachians, we could actually see an ice event by tomorrow. Lake effect snow continuing in New York State, so we have a winter weather watch up there for you. Also looking at some watches and warnings as we head into Salt Lake City and Denver, into New Mexico, into the Southern Plains. This particular winter weather advisory for the Carolinas is going to start on Friday, and that's because we'll see that potential icy event take place there. So stay tuned, and that travel will not be great. All right, Thursday, a very low severe weather threat, basically just some thunderstorms associated with all that moisture moving across the south. Let's take you coast to coast now. Taking a look at those temperatures in Seattle, you'll be in the 40s with rain today. Same goes for you there in Portland, Spokane. You'll be in the 30s, maybe some snow heading your way, and Boise in the 40s. As we head farther south, Sacramento, you'll be quiet in the 50s. Nice weather for you there in San Diego and Phoenix with the 60s and 70s, and Denver climbing into the 40s by the weekend. Looks like much of Texas will be warming up as well by Saturday. Places like Austin going all the way from 49 to 71 degrees, so that'll feel nice. Heading into the deep south and the mid-south there, Little Rock, you'll be climbing up into the 50s by Saturday. New Orleans, you'll be in the 50s with some rain hanging around, and Atlanta also hovering right around 50 with some more rain coming your way on Friday. Looks nice for you there in Tampa as we head into the Mid-South and into the Midwest. Does look like things will be improving once we get past these next couple of days. St. Louis, you'll go back into the 30s. Memphis back into the high 40s near 50, and everyone in general starts to warm things up a bit. In the upper Midwest, though, it's going to take a little more time. Minneapolis, Des Moines still staying in the 20s as we head through the weekend. Grand Rapids, you're going to be quite cold as well, but by Saturday at least around 30 degrees. And then pretty typical weather here in the Northeast. We have the 30s and 40s in the Mid-Atlantic and into New England.